silence and thoughts I can't escape. Every passing hour tonight changes shape. I sit beneath the fading neon, watching shadows sway, trying to understand why you walked away. Outside, the streets keep moving slowly, like nothing ever changed. But everything inside my chest feels rearranged. I told myself I wouldn't miss you the way I used to do, but loneliness keeps finding its way to you. Now it's only smoke and silence keeping me awake, a quiet kind of heartbreak I can't shake. And every empty moment here still sounds a little like your name, like love disappeared but left the flame. The night drifts by in broken pieces, too slow to understand, like memories slipping softly through my hands. I hear old conversations inside the midnight air, fragments of the way you laughed when you were there. Even the light feels colder now against the window pane, like every drop of midnight knows my pain. I thought the distance would erase you with enough time apart, but certain kinds of absence stay in the heart. Now it's only smoke and silence filling up the room, a lonely kind of feeling without you. And every fading shadow pulls me back again to everything we almost were back then. Maybe love was never steady, maybe it was smoke, beautiful for a moment before it broke. And maybe I was never ready to watch it disappear, so I keep breathing in the traces you left here. The night grows thin toward morning, but I still feel the same, sitting with the echoes of your name. The silence wraps around me like a familiar blues, a quiet kind of emptiness I can't lose. And somewhere through the fading darkness, you still remain, like smoke that leaves a memory in my veins. Now it's only smoke and silence long after you're gone, a fragile kind of longing still holding on. And if tomorrow finally takes these memories from view, there'll still be smoke and silence leading back to you. There were words we never spoke out loud. They stay between the lines, like unfinished conversations, frozen in time. I remember how we almost said so many things that night, but silence always came between what felt right. The air was full of something fragile we didn't understand, like holding love too carefully in our hands. I told myself it didn't matter, that silence was enough, but some emotions don't survive unsaid love. It's what we never said that lingers long after we are through, a quiet kind of truth that stays with me and you. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it knows the pain of all the words that never found their way. I walk through days of quiet thinking, replaying what we had, like searching for the missing piece we never grasped. Even memories feel incomplete now, like pages torn apart, where every line was meant to lead to the heart. The world keeps talking in its rhythm, but I hear something else, like echoes of unspoken truth within myself. I thought time would give me answers, but time just lets it fade into the things we didn't say or make. It's what we never said that lingers in every silent tone, a fragile kind of distance I call home. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back again to all the love we kept inside back then. Maybe love is just unfinished sentences in air, things we hold but never show were there. And maybe I was never ready to speak what I should do, so I keep living in the silence with you. Stay, 'cause even what is missing has its way. The night becomes a witness to what we couldn't be, a love that lived in silence between you and me. And somewhere in that silence you still remain, a feeling made of everything we didn't explain. It's what we never said that lingers like echoes in the blue, a quiet kind of ending without you. And if the world forgets the reason I still remember true, it's everything we never said that grew. won't glow in an empty screen, like fragments of a conversation that might have been. The night feels heavier than usual without your voice around. Even silence has a language I've just found. I wait for something that won't happen, still checking every sign, like hope becomes a habit over time. I told myself I'd stop this, that I'd finally move on, but waiting is a feeling that lingers on. There's no reply tonight, just echoes in the air, a quiet kind of emptiness that says you're not there. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it understands a love that slips away from empty hands. I scroll through old conversations, like searching for a spark, but every line just fades away back into dark. The world outside keeps talking loud, like nothing's out of place, but I'm still stuck inside the pause of your space. Your name still shows up in my thoughts without permission or sound, like something that I cannot turn around. I thought I learned to let it go, like letting go is clean, but some endings don't erase what they mean. There's no reply tonight, just silence on repeat, a lonely kind of rhythm without a beat. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back again to all the things I should have said back when. Maybe love is just unanswered messages in time, words that never find their place but still rhyme. And maybe I was never ready to accept the end, so I keep talking to the silence again. Now I don't wait the way I used to, but I still feel the call of something that was everything before the fall. The night keeps holding conversations I never really hear, like traces of a presence still near. And somewhere in the static quiet, you still exist in me, a reply that never came, but still I see. There's no reply tonight, just fading into blue, a quiet kind of heartbreak I go through. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on tight to all the words I never got. Good night. Station lights are growing dimmer as midnight settles in. People come and go like stories that never begin. I sit alone beside the window, watching shadows move, trying to forget the way I still think of you. The city passes in reflections, blurred against the glass, like memories that disappear too fast. I told myself this lonely feeling would fade before too long, but every road I take tonight feels wrong. Tonight, with your memory beside me, every silent mile keeps pulling you back to me, and every quiet second here feels colder than before, like love stepped off somewhere I can't return anymore. Empty seats feel like reminders of everything we were, fragments of unfinished moments still blurred. Outside the streets keep glowing softly, like nothing ever changed, but inside me every feeling feels rearranged. I close my eyes to rest a little, but sleep won't stay, because your voice keeps finding me anyway. I thought distance would make it easier to leave the past behind, but some hearts never learn to untie. I'm riding the last train home tonight, through silence and blue light, holding on to fading pieces of us tonight. And every passing shadow feels like something I once knew, a quiet kind of loneliness leading back to you. Maybe love is like a station you can't return again, no matter how badly you wish to go back then. And maybe I was never ready to watch us drift apart, so I carry this long ride inside my The train slows down near morning, but I stay in my seat, like part of me still waits for you. Across the street, the sky begins to lose the darkness. The city wakes anew, but nothing feels completely real without you. And somewhere in the fading distance, beyond the morning glow, I hear your memory whisper, soft and low. I'm riding the last train home tonight, still hear your name in quiet places where the night feels heavier than it should. Even the wind sounds unfamiliar now, like something misunderstood. The lights around me don't feel warm anymore, just shapes without a glow, as if the world forgot its colors long ago. I tell myself I'm doing better, that time has done its part, but every calm I try to build falls apart. I thought distance would be simple, just a matter of time, but silence has its own language and it still replies. Now I'm just a silent heart drifting through spaces you don't see, holding on to fragments of us that refuse to leave. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it knows your face, but no matter how far it reaches, it loses trace. I pass through places we once walked through, like memories in disguise. Every corner holds a version I can't revise. I try to speak with different voices to fill the empty air, but nothing sounds like honesty when you're not there. The world keeps moving without waiting, it never looks behind, but I'm still living in the moment you left behind. I thought I'd learn to let it fade, like fading is clean, but some feelings don't disappear, they stay unseen. Now I'm just a silent heart drifting through echoes of your name, trying to hold the shape of love that never stays the same. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back again to all the words I never said back then. Maybe love doesn't break clean, it fractures in the soul and leaves behind the pieces that never let you go. And maybe I was never ready to watch it drift away, because part of me is still living in yesterday. I stop pretending I've moved forward, the truth is always near. Some endings don't arrive with closure, they just disappear. The night feels longer than it used to without your voice around, and all I have are fading traces of every sound. Still somewhere in the quiet static, I feel you drifting through a broken kind of memory that leads to you. I'm just a silent heart drifting city sleeps in quiet colors while I'm still awake, watching reflections on the ceiling slowly break. Your memory moves through the darkness like smoke without a flame. Every night I try to lose it, feels the same. I thought the distance would grow easier with every passing day, but some feelings learn to linger and stay. I keep telling myself that I should let you go, but certain kinds of love move slow, and the shadows stay late tonight, long after midnight fades, carrying pieces of your voice through empty space. Every silence in this room still sounds a little like you, a quiet kind of heartbreak I can't undo. I hear old conversations inside my restless mind, like unfinished photographs frozen in time. The streets outside keep moving without a second glance, but I'm still standing in the moment of our last chance. Even the air feels different now, like it remembers too. Everything I tried forgetting leads to you. I thought I'd finally reach the point where missing you would end, but memories know how to return again. And the shadows stay late tonight, refusing to disappear, holding on to every part I still hear. Every quiet corner here still feels touched by you, a lonely kind of feeling breaking through. Maybe love was never meant to leave without a trace. Maybe some hearts keep echoes in every space. Maybe I was never ready to close the door completely, so I keep your fading shadow with me. Now I let the silence settle without trying to fight, because some memories look softer at night. The darkness becomes a mirror for everything I hide, a love that never truly left inside. And somewhere past the morning, you still remain, a fragile kind of shadow in my veins. And the shadows stay late tonight, even when the sky turns blue, like every fading piece of me still belongs to you. And if tomorrow finally still carries traces of a voice that isn't there, like shadows on the ceiling that I still swear. I sit where conversations used to fill the air, but now it's only silence everywhere. The light feels slightly colder than it used to feel before, like something warm and living lives here no more. I tell myself I'm used to it, that time has done its part, but echoes don't dissolve so easily inside the heart. These are empty room echoes calling your name again, soft reminders of a moment that won't end. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it knows my pain, a melody of something that won't remain. I move around in quiet circles, trying not to feel, but even stillness has a way of making things real. The smaller sound becomes a memory I cannot ignore, like footsteps that don't happen anymore. The world outside keeps rushing forward without a backward glance, but I am still caught inside the space of what we had. I thought I'd learn to live with this, like living is a skill, but some absences don't leave you, they stay still. These are empty room echoes that never fade away, just fragments of a yesterday that won't decay. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back to then, to all the love that lingers still within. Maybe love is just a presence that doesn't leave at all. It stays inside the silence after the fall. And maybe I was never ready to hear that final sound, when everything I held so close broke down. Fix the silence, I let it stay, 'cause even pain becomes familiar in its own way. The room still feels like waiting for someone to return, but all I have are lessons I never learned. Still somewhere in the fading quiet, I think you're near tonight, inside these empty echoes without light. These are empty room echoes that never let me go, soft reminders of a love I used to know. And if the world forgets this feeling, I'll still recall the sound of all the things you never said, but left around. broken vinyl keeps on spinning with a sound that fades and bends, like every word we never finished before it ends. I sit alone in low-lit silence, watching time behave so strange, like even memories start to crack and rearrange. The air still holds your distant presence in a subtle, fading tone, like something warm that used to live here but now is gone. I thought the past would stay behind me, like dust that falls away, but some reflections keep on playing every day. It's a broken vinyl memory, skipping back to you. Every sound a little broken but still true, and every note the saxophone carries feels like it won't let go, a melody of what we were long ago. Through streets that don't remember what we used to be, but every corner still reflects a piece of me. The world keeps turning like a record that never learns to stop, but I'm still stuck inside the moment it all drops. Your voice appears in sudden fragments, in places I don't expect, like echoes that refuse to lose their effect. I thought I could just move forward and leave it in the past, but broken things still echo longer than they last. It's a broken vinyl memory, still spinning in my mind, playing love in incomplete pieces left behind. And every time the music rises, it drags me back to you, to all the things we never fixed or knew. Maybe love is never perfect, it scratches on its way, replaying all the moments that won't decay. Maybe I was never ready for the sound to fade, so I keep it on repeat in what we made. Somewhere in the static feeling, you still appear inside this broken vinyl I keep near. It's a broken vinyl memory that never lets me go, playing love in shattered pieces, soft and slow. And if the world forgets the meaning of everything we knew, this broken sound will always play of you. streetlights fade like tired memories along these empty roads. Midnight drifts across the city, soft and cold. I walk alone without a destination, just letting time move on. But every quiet corner here feels wrong. Your voice still lingers in the silence, like a distant tune, something fragile floating slowly through the room. I thought these nights would feel much lighter as the months went by, but missing you still follows every skyline. Under faded streetlights tonight, I still think of you. Every shadow in the city leads me to the truth, and every passing moment here feels slower than before, like my heart is waiting by a closed door. The windows glow above the avenue, like scenes I cannot reach, while memories keep speaking softly without speech. I try to lose myself in motion, in the rhythm of the crowd, but loneliness can feel the strongest when surrounded. Even the wind along the pavement sounds low and blue, like the whole night keeps remembering you. I told myself I'd stop returning to what we used to be, but certain hearts keep wandering endlessly. Under faded streetlights tonight, your memory still stays like reflections on the sidewalk after rain. And every distant sound I hear pulls me back again to all the words we never said back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay forever bright. Maybe some feelings only live at night. And maybe I was never ready to let the feeling end. So I keep walking through these streets again. The sky begins to pale with morning, but I still move slow, like part of me is searching what I know. The city starts another. I wrote your name but didn't send it. Let the words just stay inside, like ink that knows it has a meaning but chooses not to fly. The night feels heavier than usual without your voice around. Even silence has a memory that makes a sound. I act like I've been moving forward, like nothing stays too long. But every step I take in quiet feels wrong. I told myself it's over, that time would take its place, but time just keeps reminding me of your face. It's an unsent midnight letter, no address, no reply, just feelings that I never learned how to say goodbye. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it knows my truth, a language made of broken pieces of me and you. I pass the places we once stood in, like shadows in the past. Everything looks the same on surface, but nothing lasts. I smile when strangers start to talk to me, like I'm still whole inside, but they don't see how easily I break and hide. The world keeps turning like it always did, without a pause for pain, but I'm still caught in memories I can't explain. I thought distance would erase you like ink fades in rain, but some stories don't get washed away, they stay in the brain. It's an unsent midnight letter, still burning in my hand, full of words I never spoke, you'd never understand. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back to them, to everything I should have said back when. Maybe love is just unfinished words we never sent, a story that keeps going without an end. Maybe I was never ready to watch it fall apart, so I keep it in this letter inside my heart. I almost throw it all away now, but I can't let it go, because even pain feels honest when it still knows. The night keeps stretching out in silence, no comfort, no reply, just echoes of a conversation I let die. Still somewhere in the static feeling, I think you're near tonight, inside this unsent letter without a light. It's an unsent midnight letter that never found your door, just love I couldn't carry anymore. And if you ever feel the silence keep replaying us in reverse tonight, just to feel you once again. Like walking back through every moment before it came to an end. The laughter turns into silence as it slowly fades away, and I can almost hear you closer than yesterday. Every detail comes back clearly, but never stays for long. Like I'm searching for a version of us that's already gone. I know the past can't be rewritten, no matter how I try, but my mind keeps pulling backward every time. It feels like love in reverse now. I'm chasing what we were. Every memory plays backward in a blur, and every note this saxophone carries feels like it rewinds the night to the moment before everything lost its light. I walk through scenes we used to share, but they don't stay the same. Each time I reach a happy part, it breaks like flame. Your voice comes in fragments, then slowly slips away, like something I can almost touch but cannot stay. The world keeps moving forward while I move back again, inside a loop of moments that won't end. I thought if I kept remembering, I might understand, but some things only hurt more when you hold them in your hand. It feels like love in reverse now, a story turned around, where every step I take backward is a sound. And every time the music rises, it pulls me through the past to everything I wanted to last. Maybe love was never meant to move against the tide, no matter how many times I try to realign. And maybe I was never ready to watch it fade so slow, so I keep going backward, where I still know. Now I stop trying to fix the timeline, I let it be, because even broken memories are part of me. The night becomes a quiet mirror of what I lost before, a love that only moves in reverse once more. And somewhere in that backward motion, you still appear, a version of us that never learned to disappear.